So I'm not going to talk to you as if you're teenagers. I'm going to talk to you as if you're adults. I'd like to start with a question. Was hatred alone responsible for the Holocaust? Or was there another factor or other factors? 60,000 people imprisoned there. 35,000 died, either murdered or dead of starvation or disease. My mom was there. She smelled the smells. She saw the pits full of dead bodies. She saw the mounds of dead bodies piled up. They were piled up because there were no ovens in Bergen-Belsen. It was not a death camp as it was originally intended. She heard the screaming of the vicious guards. Imagine you're walking along in the camp, you're starving, you have typhus and dysentery, terrible diseases caused by a lack of cleanliness. You got lice, blood-sucking insects that make you sick. You see people passing out in front of you, and the vicious guard comes along and calls you a filthy Jew and tells you to drag this corpse over to that pit. How do we make sense of this? The Holocaust was a unique situation, but the same can be said of kids growing up in other families. I've worked with many clients who grew up in alcoholic families, for example, or families where there was serial incest, not only going on currently, but in the previous generation and the generation before that. So anybody who grows up in a family where trauma has been present is going to have a different kind of experience than people who grow up in a so-called normal family. At the time of my mom's rescue in April of 1945, surrounded by 13,000 corpses, she weighed 60 pounds, she's 5 feet tall, starving, sick. Can you imagine not being able to clean yourself for a year? Imagine having to wear the same clothes day after day, sleep in those clothes, get up in the morning, wear those clothes, go to bed in those clothes. No soap, no toothpaste, no shampoo, no deodorant, no moisturizer. So my mom lost all her teeth, so did my dad. My mom had dentures by the time she was 32. Only thing necessary for evil to triumph in the world is for good men to do nothing. And that happened an awful lot in the Holocaust.